thank you, Davinci J15, for joining us today. And thank you for all that you've done in the Bitcoin community and educating us all and all the benefits of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investing.
Well, thanks. I'm glad to be here, man.
Excellent, excellent. So we're going to get right to it and start with just some basic questions that I have for you about, one, what is Bitcoin?
Well, that's an interesting question, man. What I actually got someone who paid for a 20-minute session, right, which people can do, right, with me.
Okay.
And they asked me that question, and I was like, yes, I love that question. so here we go. Here we go. So Bitcoin, right, is a new form of money that was invented. And you might say, well, we already have money. Why do we need another form of money? Well, you could have said that when we invented electricity, well, we have light. Why do we need a new form of light? And, well, because electricity is better than gas or candles. And
Yes.
so the same applies here with Bitcoin. It is better than the current money that you're using. Okay, great. So how is it better than the current money you're using? Well, get on a plane with $1 million and watch what happens. Now get on a plane with $1 million worth of Bitcoin and watch what happens. That's right. With Bitcoin, nothing happens. With $1 million, you go directly to jail. do not pass go.
Okay.
And they take the money and say, thank you for coming out.
Okay.
If you try to if you were to go, okay, well, that's just if you go on a plane, right? And with $1 million, who's going to do that?
Right.
Okay, well, if you want to go and charter a private jet, which I do sometimes,
Okay.
and you try to transfer that money to the private jet company, you get a phone call from the bank. Hey, what you doing? What's going on? Why is the money going there? You couldn't explain, right? You're gonna have to write out this form explaining why you're moving your money. Say what? If you try to take out okay, so you're like, well, that's because that's first world problems, whatever, Davinci.
Yes.
Okay. Go to your bank and just take out $5,000. Pretty sure they have that.
Right.
Good luck. Good luck. You'll be lucky if they don't file a police report. Suspicious activity report. So you can see there's a lot of problems. That's just a few problems that we have with our current money.
Yes.
With Bitcoin as money, all of those problems go away. But wait, there's more. Say what? What is this?
But hold on, you even get 6 world-famous Ginsu steak knives. Not even a tin can dull a Ginsu. You get 13 fantastic Ginsus.
Ginsu knife commercial?
Okay.
No, but there is more. Just like electricity,
Yes.
right? When we all this started using it for light up the house, people realized that, wait a second here, we can use it for other things,
Yes.
like an iron, like a fridge,
Yes.
like a stove, like heating,
Yes.
and eventually computers, right? These kind of things never could have been imagined by the people who first started using it.
Yes.
Well, the same applies with Bitcoin. It is a mathematical algorithm which just exists like the gravitational constant. If you don't worry about the gravitational constant disappearing, right? And you floating off the planet. And so you shouldn't worry about also that Bitcoin's mathematical algorithm is going to stop working because it's an absolute. And with that absolute, you can do other things.
All right, so moving on. Next question. What is the best way to purchase Bitcoin for those who are interested in investing?
Well, you could just purchase some Bitcoin on an exchange. OTC is illegal in some countries. What is OTC? It means over-the-counter trading. That means, hey, you got some Bitcoins over there? Yeah. Okay, I'll buy some. Okay, I'll give you the cash. You give me the Bitcoins. And what price do we set it up? Well, it's a price that's set over there on the exchanges. Okay, perfect. Like, how is that illegal in some countries? Well, it's in the United States, the FBI, that would bring down the FBI on your boy.
Gotcha. Don't want that.
For money transmitting. So, may not want that.
Right.
So, best case scenario for you is to go through Coinbase.
Okay.
Right? For Americans and for everybody else, there's a plethora of exchanges.
Got you. Thank you again for that. Next question. What is the most secure way to store your Bitcoin once you have purchased it?
The best way to store your Bitcoin is after you've purchased it, depending on how much you've purchased, right? If you've only purchased a small amount, just leave it on exchange, right? I don't recommend that for a larger amount, of course. Larger is being relative, of course.
Okay.
If you feel that the few thousand is like everything you've got, then storing it on your phone using a application such as BitPay is one I use. BitPay is not a company like Binance, Coinbase, or Bybit or whatever you want. What are all these different exchanges, right? BitPay, although it comes from a company, the software is effectively like your wallet, the wallet that's in your pocket. When you take possession of your Bitcoins and place it in the BitPay wallet, that's in your possession.
Okay.
A little bit difficult concept to understand because when you're using an exchange, you're still using a piece of software on your phone, most likely, and you feel that, well, I'm just moving it from one software to another from your perspective, right? But not really. What you're doing is you're moving it from someone else holding it for you to you actually holding onto it. And this is important distinction to make, because once you are holding on to it, you are responsible for it. If you make a mistake, there's no calling the company back, a BitPay up, and saying, hey, I lost all my Bitcoins. Can you help me get it back? Nope. It's your responsibility.
Gotcha.
Right? That's the difference. So you have to take a lot of responsible actions, which can be scary. So that's why you might want to start off with a small amount into your BitPay wallet. And then if you have even gross amount, you'd use a hardware wallet, which is the next level, which I would recommend you do that in phases of first using exchange, then using a software wallet on your phone, such as BitPay or even MetaMask, right? MetaMask for your Ethereum. And then moving on to hardware wallets. Now, there's a whole educational process that you need to have, but it might seem scary, but once you see it all and understand it all, then it's like, oh, that's it? That's not so complicated. But for the first initial use, it seems like, oh my God, this is so much.
Okay. Now, to that point, there is a portable or detachable, I guess it's called Trezor, that you recommend as well. Would you like to mention anything about that?
Yes, I use Trezor as my main wallet. Some people would like to point out some of the issues with Trezor, such as there is technically, with a lot of work and a lot of advanced equipment, you can open it up, break into it, but it will require advanced knowledge and advanced amount of equipment in order to pull it off. That's not a big deal, right? So because once they open it, then you'll know that they've and it takes time for them to do that, right? So
Gotcha.
in the meantime, if someone were to take your treasure, because it would have taken them a very long time to get through it, you could actually get your 12 words, put it on another device, transfer the bitcoins out before they even get a chance to take your bitcoins. So don't worry about that.
Next question. Do you think there will be a cryptocurrency that will take the place of Bitcoin? And if so, which one or which ones?
No, there would not be a cryptocurrency that would take the place of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the most secure system out there and the most developed system in the crypto universe that we have. And it was created first, and it has the first mover advantage. And on top of that, the protocol is hardened, and meaning that unlike any other protocol, there is no forks being done in Bitcoin, meaning hard forks. And that means they don't go and say, okay, everybody has to upgrade their software. And why is that important? Right? Unlike Ethereum, if everybody has to upgrade their software, that means the government can point a gun at Vitalik and say, hey, you're doing this. You're putting this piece of code in the software, or else. And he actually ended up probably doing that when earlier on there was a particular project called DAO, and it was heavily funded. A lot of people invested into it, like $750 million, I believe was the total invested. And what happened was the smart contract was not programmed correctly. It wasn't Vitalik's fault. It was just the programmer who built the DAO on top of Ethereum who did this.
Okay.
And so someone was able to steal that $750 million in collected wealth. And so odds are someone came to Vitalik and said, hey, you're going to fork this, meaning everybody has an upgrade. And in that fork, it's going to say, see that transaction over there? It didn't happen.
Wow.
And so that's the problem with hard forks, software forks, is that if the software can just be upgraded and everybody has to take it, because most people just have automatic updates on their software, eventually the government would go, you know what, we're going to put in an automatic update, and everybody is going to accept this particular fork, and that where this transaction did not occur. And with the way Bitcoin was designed, that's just not possible.
Just going to rewind the clock back just a little bit, back to when your earliest videos and your earliest, I think this is actually how you came up on my radar during the pandemic, was your, I guess, most popular video on your channel. And it was your Bitcoin update, just buy Bitcoin please for $1. And it's such a fascinating video. It was almost prophetic in a lot of different ways. But I guess my question is, what was that journey like for you to see? And I'm a fellow YouTube content creator, so this is a little bit for me as well, but to see a video go viral like that, and not only experience that phenomenon, but also know that this investment that you were such an early adopter in took off as well. could you kind of just give us a brief? What was that like? That whole thing going through that during that time.
Well, of course, it was very enthusiastic and exciting to see prices of Bitcoin go higher and higher. Yeah, I remember sitting in the early days watching it make all-time highs and going, "Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah!" Yeah, of course. I mean, come on.
Yes.
And then, of course, with the viral video, I was like, "Damn, people are watching that? Oh man, I hated that video." I'm like, damn, that video sucked. What's wrong with you people?
You could hear the family in the background, and
Yeah.
it was just, it was raw, real raw, yeah.
All right.
So it was, I guess, life changing. I would imagine, just the entire journey. Yeah. Okay,
say
great. Okay, good deal. And so, with that, there are people here in the United States and around the world who are looking for avenues to kind of, I guess they have the fire your boss culture. People who just want to be independently wealthy. For someone who is watching and listening that would like to try to get financial freedom, what would be your advice? Can that be achieved? Well, let me just ask the more specific question. Can you become a millionaire investing in Bitcoin specifically and or cryptocurrencies in general?
Yes, you can become a millionaire. Let's start with just Bitcoin by itself.
Yes.
Bitcoin will be like the blue chip stock that we hear about, the wealthy barber story, right?
Okay.
You don't want to do what the wealthy barber did anymore because stocks are gone. But you want to do that with crypto. If you follow that methodology with Bitcoin, you will be successful. Same if you add Ethereum into that lot. Now, as for the rest of the crypto world, there's a lot of opportunities to buy a cheaper coin and see massive wealth, or even just trading a specific coin, because these coins they move in such massive amounts that if you're in the right position at the right time, you can end up making massive amounts of money. However, it's mostly luck and some of the cases that you're in the right actual cryptocurrency. I can mention one, but there's no guarantees that I'm right on this, so keep that in mind.
Got you.
And one of them that I like, right, which could end up competing with Bitcoin, but it's got a very long way, is Casper. It's CAS, KAS is the ticker symbol. Now, I'm not pushing it because, I got some affiliate links or anything like that.
Okay.
I just like the technology. I spoke to the developers, and I'm pretty impressed. Now, am I 100% certain that they've solved the trilemma? No, I am not. I still need to keep an eye on it and keep learning about it before I'm fully convinced that this is a good layer one cryptocurrency.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it right now at the side here. I have it running just like I used to have Bitcoin running and on my actual PC, and it's downloaded its blocks. It's showing me all the different thing that's going on, right? Like blue score, I don't even know what that is, and the network, right? Time and so forth, and the difficulty for mining because it's doing proof of work mining. So yeah, it's pretty impressive piece of technology. I just need to see if they are going to do the same similar things that Bitcoin has done, because that's the key in order for it to ensure its strength because there's a lot of people, a lot of governments out there with big guns,
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
And lots of funds, and they will come for you if you are successful enough. That's
All
just
right.
the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Casper. Guys, you heard it here first. And last, to close things out, if someone watching and listening today would like to reach out to you, follow your daily investing tips in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, how would they do that?
Well, you can follow me on many different platforms, but if you Google Davinci J15, it's on YouTube, Davinci J15, Instagram, Davinci J15, TikTok, same with Twitter, and basically everywhere, because Davinci J15 was used because I thought I was only going to be a software developer. I don't need a username that's I wanted a username that nobody's going to copy, basically.
Right.
And unfortunately, that that was my moniker that I used everywhere as
Awesome.
my username, and now I'm screwed because anytime there's a new platform, people try to take the Davinci J15.
Oh wow. Okay. So okay. Well, it's such a great handle, and again, thank you for the time, and again, for those guys, you guys watching and listening, this is a GOAT. You heard it here first. Again, Davinci, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.